right after a few speakers address all of you and share their views, and we shall have one set post-lunch. So I hope all of you shall be with us. We are waiting for the wonderful addresses by Dr. Balram Jakhar and Dr. Iqbal Singh, but before that we have a few colleagues with us who are here, who shall be sharing their stint of the outstanding ties of social, cultural and business communities amongst the NRI diaspora. And coming up on stage is a lady who has had a magnificent background in the glamour business and now is doing an outstanding job as an educationist and the promotion of education and social service in the United States of America. The very gorgeous Dhillon.
I wish I'd been better prepared, but I'll do my best. Hello everyone, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Jambo to my Wanainchi friends, and Sat Sri Akal. It's indeed an honor. I did not expect that I was going to be sitting at the podium with such honored guests. I thought I was only going to speak for a few minutes, so excuse my manners for writing my speech as I was sitting there. And I should have taken my dad's advice when he told me last night to write something. So sorry, Dad, but you know I've never listened to anybody. That's the Punjabi streak. My sincere thanks to Dhillon Singh and to the NRI Institute and to everyone here for honoring me last night and of course again today. A little about myself. There was a slight error on the slide, and I've traveled many countries since yesterday and today. I was from Canada yesterday and from UK today. So let me enlighten you on my history as an NRI. I was born in Mombasa, Kenya, to two very wonderful parents who's sitting with me today. My dad, Dr. Dhillon, and my mom, Mohinder Kaur Dhillon. I went to boarding school in England and graduated as a pharmacist, and then from there traveled to the United States, to California, San Francisco 26 years ago. I've done many things, some by choice, some not. So when I was described yesterday as doing pageants, that was just the fun thing that I wanted to do, because when I was born in Kenya and I wanted to participate in Femina India, I couldn't because I wasn't an Indian citizen, and I couldn't participate in Miss Kenya because I was an African. So I was a very confused NRI. So the first thing I did when I went to the United States was to launch global pageants for Indian women, regardless of your background or origin and regardless of your marital status. So that's just a hobby that I do. But that's not what my life is about. I struggled when I went to the United States. It was an immense struggle for the first 11 years. And I speak about this because I want to encourage every single woman out there, especially the Punjabi women, to stand up for what is right. I survived a bitter divorce and raised two young children on my own, two daughters, of which one I have with me today and one who's managing my business. And I only managed to do that because my father and mother raised me, as was described yesterday, according to our Sikh cultures, that why condemn a woman that gives birth to kings? My father raised me just as he raised my brother, and I was able to stand, fight and support myself. And that is why I'm here today as a proud NRI. I did many things in the United States as I tried to struggle to meet ends. And finally, about 11 years ago, my vision to open an educational program came true. I implemented the skills that I had as a Wanainchi Kenyan, which was to be honest and hardworking, my Punjabi roots and my Sikh religion of Seva, and of course, the values and morals that my parents instilled in me, to start my own business as genius kids with only one student and a scientist with no teaching background. Today, Genius Kids boasts 6 centers in the United States that has won practically every single award and we've now become a national franchise. And I'm ready now to embark on a journey to take Genius Kids to every single child. And I would love to begin in India, which naturally is my home country. However, why do I shy away from India? And I'd like to talk about that briefly today without sounding negative. I was here 2 years ago when I won a couple of awards. But I'll give you simple examples. I know the newspapers and all the articles are filled today with corruption and poverty. And let's face it, that's what NRIs shy away from. That's what I'm scared of. A simple example. We took a taxi yesterday from the airport. I beg your pardon, from the Lalit. And it cost us 150 rupees. And I paid the guy. We went back after 4 hours and it didn't make any sense. It was 100 rupees. We came back this morning and it was 200 rupees. I was really confused. I couldn't understand because in the US it's a set rate. Yesterday I behaved as an NRI. Today I behaved as an Indian. I screamed at the taxi driver and he went from 200 to 100 rupees in less than 2 seconds. When I open a business in the US, when I choose to open a school in the US, I don't need to know any ministers. I don't need to know anybody. I have the yellow pages, I have Google, and I have a telephone. And I pick up the phone and I negotiate all my deals. Nobody cares if I'm a man or a woman. Nobody asks if I'm married or single. And I'm open in business in 30 days. Yes, we do have politics in the US too. Tons of them. I just spent 2 years fighting the governor and the California state for some of their ridiculous laws. But I did it with no fear and no attorneys and no corrupted money and nothing under the table. I fought, and actually that won me the award for Fremont here about 2 weeks ago from the Assemblyman for being such an aggressive woman. When I land in this country, my reason for coming to India has always been shopping. I want to come back with some great outfits and show off my clothes back, and that's ridiculous because I want to do a lot better back in my home country here. But I shy away every time because I leave with a bitter experience of corruption, of getting very scared, and people scaring me away. 2 years ago, I called on a location in Bandra, and the rental rate quoted on me on the phone was 2 lakhs. When I drove up in my NRI clothing, as they so claim, and my American accent, the rental rate tripled. I was able to give this speech better than I at the age of 3. And I feel that one of the things we need to do in India is we tend to focus too much on higher education. Yet, the window of opportunity to develop a child and teach them the values of life and of character are right from the day they are born, which is 0 to 3. So I appeal to everyone today and to all the dignitaries and any investors out there who are willing to do clean, straightforward business with an honest Sikh Jat Punjabi woman who's very aggressive. Eradicate corruption, you want to eradicate poverty, and you want to make India stand on the map. And guess what? We need to start them young. So let's open the most prestigious, innovative preschools and learning centers all over this country. And believe me, your higher education, you won't have to put much effort into that if we start young. And that is exactly what I plan to do. Our dignitaries, my fellow NRI awardees, and of course all the journalists in this room, if you want to write about something, then let's write about how to welcome NRIs back. And not just those who are very rich, because I'm not. I'm rich with ideas. I'm rich with innovative concepts. I have all the skills ready to prepare India for the next 20 years with the best leaders. However, I don't have the courage to come here and fight and battle politics and corruption. I want a nice, clean India to come back to, so I can take Genius Kids and my idea to all of you. And on that note, again, I want to thank everybody here for giving me the chance to speak, and I hope I haven't put my foot into it, because my dad does try and tone me down a little bit every now and then. But Dad, I kept my promise. You asked me to talk about corruption, and I did. So on that note, I'm so proud to be here today, and I was very proud yesterday because the one quote I have lived with in my life is, "A woman has no country. Her country is the world." And thank you, Jagmohan Singh, and everyone here today for making it possible for Renu Dhillon to live her dreams. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Renu Dhillon. All we can say is that India definitely needs the aggressive Jat Punjabi woman. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for sharing her dreams. Just small clarification before we move on to the next speaker is that the taxi rates in India are linked to the stock market. And the dollar rates and the euro rates. So obviously it will fluctuate between 100 and 200 depending upon the stock markets and how the dollar and the euro rates differ. Where, trust me, the taxi rates will never flutter. So welcome to the NRI Institute. If you need anything, any help, we are there. Because we are manned by very smart Indians, like Mr. Jagmohan Singh and of course like me. It's very clear that we want a clear India, we want genius kids for the future, and we would like to welcome Madam like Renu Dhillon and the others to come and welcome to India. Trust me, India has changed tremendously, we have seen it. And it's a great country, little unorganized, but tremendous amount of potential. You are sitting in a place which is one of the world's biggest conglomerate with 18 million people in Delhi. Sharing his views, hopefully sharing very positive views about India, is a gentleman from London, Dr. Ravi Ranger. After Renu